Alrighty, what's going on, guys? We are at the Boca Raton Inlet. First time here in several months, and I did not pick a good time to come. Half the fishable area is kind of blocked off for some sort of construction, and they may or may not be dredging the inlet right now. So I don't think it's a great time to fish, but we're here, so we're going to make the best of it. It's low tide right now, so I'm going to start out fishing, I think, my micro rod, kind of among the rocks in the really low water area. We'll see what we can get there, and then we'll probably switch over to the bigger rod and fish some larger pieces of shrimp for some somewhat bigger fish. So always a good day at the Boca Raton Inlet, always a ton of variety, so I hope today is more of the same. Let's give it a shot and let's see what happens. Alright, so here's what I'm going to try first. A little bit of shrimp. It's actually probably a little bit too much shrimp. But here, right where all these rocks are, there's a lot of water there at high tide. At low tide, there's only a couple inches, and usually under the rocks, there are still some fish kind of hanging out, waiting for the tide to come back. So I'm just going to drop this next to the rocks and see if there's something under them that wants to come out and bite a little bit of shrimp. Alright, so it is really windy today. Really hard to work with this little bit of shrimp and a little split shot. There's some gobies down there. I think they might be a little too small for this though, but we can try. Maybe we'll find one with a big appetite. Got him. Let's take a look at him. Alright, I don't have my photo tank, unfortunately, but this is some sort of a goby. There's several different species of frillfin gobies, and this is definitely a frillfin goby. Might be an Antilles frillfin or a regular frillfin, that I don't know. But let's get this guy back and let's keep fishing. I'll get a good ID on him later. Not what I wanted, but let's take a look at it. So I was trying to catch that little school of some sort of silver sides or anchovies or something, but those guys weren't interested, so we got a cute little dusky damselfish. Some nice purples on this one. But yeah, let's get him back and let's keep fishing. That's not what I wanted either. I was just about to move it, and a little Sergeant Major hit it. Alright, so one of my least favorite fish out there, little Sergeant Major. There's literally thousands of whatever those little silver side things are. However, I can't get them to bite, and some of these other fish are just a little bit more interested in the shrimp. Got him. What is it? Alright, we got him. I believe this is going to be a little hardhead silverside, one I've caught before, so not a new species for the life list, but glad we got to figure out what these things were. I'm not going to release him, I'm actually going to live line him, so I'm going to get my bigger rod set up and we'll put this guy out and see what wants to hit it. So he's out on a bigger hook, not the best live lining setup, but it's what I got, my regular little dropper loop. So let me just fling this out into that deeper water. Let's see if something predatory out there wants to hit it. That's a rock. Don't tell me I'm about to lose my rig already. Yes, I am. So that was a waste. All right, let's go back to micro fishing for a few minutes. We'll see what else we can get, then we'll retie on here and fish this for some larger fish. Got something. What is it? Alright, so this is a juvenile little French grunt. Beautiful grunt. One of my favorite looking grunt species out here. But not really a microfish, even though it's a small one. We're going for like the gobies and all the other really, really tiny stuff. And usually when you hook these guys on the little Tanago hook, they are a pain to get out. There we go. So let's get that guy back and let's keep fishing. Got something. What is this thing? It's a little wrasse. Alrighty, so I believe this is going to be a juvenile clown wrasse, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a slippery deep, but I believe it's a clown wrasse. Yeah, so quick pick, we'll get it back, and I think now we're going to tie on something on the bigger rod, and we'll go after some larger fish. Alright, big rod all rigged up. Same setup, or same rig I had when I live lined that silver side. Dropper loop, 1 ounce sinker, little bit of shrimp there. So my least favorite thing about this inlet is that the water is always ripping through here so fast, no matter what part of the tide cycle it is. So really, really hard to keep your bait where you want it. Really, really hard to keep it out of snags, like it's already moving so fast. But let's see if we can get some fish this way anyway. Got him. Let's see what we got here. Bigger fish for sure. Oh, it's a nice mangrove. Okay, so this guy's not going to be 10 inches, so he's not a keeper. Actually, maybe he's, I don't know, he's probably around 8 or 9, maybe 10. I'm not really good at estimating, so probably not a keeper. But cool little first catch on the larger setup. Got him. That's another Sergeant Major. So as always, no shortage of these guys out there. I love just about anything besides these guys. However, whenever I am here, I always end up catching a bunch of these just because there's so many of them. So let's get this guy back and let's see if we can get something different. See what we got here. What is that? Oh, it's some sort of a chub. Alright, so we got some sort of a chub, probably a Bermuda chub based on the hump there. But if you look at the anal fin in relationship to the tail fin, kind of the angle it creates, that's a good way to tell them apart, but I don't have that memorized. So I took some pics and I'll do it at home. Got him. What is this? Ooh, that's something different. Alrighty, new species for the day. It's some sort of blanny, and fingers crossed this might be a mock, which I don't have on my life list. It doesn't have any sort of ring around the opercular flap. It does have a little dot there on the front of the dorsal, and looks like the third dorsal is bigger than the first two. So I don't remember exactly what all that means, but I'll look it up and I'll find out for sure. chub, I think. He's pulling well. Yep, another chub. Alrighty, second chub of the day. I think it's the same species. Little hump and probably the same anal fin. But let's get the hook out and let's get this guy back. See what this is. Oh, it's a parrotfish. Let's see if I can flip him up here. Let's go. Alright, so this guy is going to be a red-tailed parrotfish. Caught these before, but never the terminal phase. I've always caught the juvenile phase, so they don't quite look like this. Was not expecting that, but a pretty cool catch. Got something. Let's see what this is. Ooh, spot-tailed pinfish or silver porgy. Alright, so this is either a spot-tailed pinfish or a silver porgy. I believe silver porgies have 6 teeth. Spot-tailed pinfish have 8. This guy, if I counted right, has 7, so I think he's missing one. It's probably going to be a spot-tailed pinfish, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll get this guy back, and we'll keep going. Got him. Let's see what this is. Another chub. Alrighty, another chub. Looks like another Bermuda chub. And the tide is starting to come in quick, making it a little bit unbearable to fish. So I think this is going to be our last one. So let's get the hook out and let's wrap it up. Alright guys, so that's going to do it. Like always, the Boca Raton Inlet, a great multi-species spot. Every single time you drop your bait down, you don't know what you're going to get. We got a bunch of different species today. I don't think any were new into the lifelist. Maybe that Blandy, got to double check that one. But even so, pretty good day out here for a little bit over an hour. Worst part though is no matter what time in the current cycle you're in over here, the water's moving really fast. Really hard to hold bottom, keep your bait where you want it. And lots of snags, very rocky, and when your sinker just kind of drifts in between some of those boulders, you're not getting it back. So I lost a lot of rigs today, but that also makes it a little challenging, a little fun, even though it's still a little frustrating. So if you come here, be prepared to lose some rigs. Anyway though, still a pretty good day. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you next time.